Destiny crew, Carl Spreedy's here. Thanks for joining me for another Decide Your Destiny daily dose. Decide to take complete ownership over your own life. Jim Rohn had this great quote, and it went something along the lines of, "The state is not responsible for whether or not I have a heart attack." And I think this really resonates with me. It really resonates with anyone who's trying to claim more authority over their own life, claim more freedoms, and understand what that actually means. It's not something that can be given to you. It's something that you have to give to yourself. You have to, if you want to breathe freely and have strong lungs, you want to live freely and have a strong heart, then you need to take ownership over your health and take action in building up your own health and strengthening your health and your health system and your inner system, your immune system. You have to take care of your heart, you have to take care of your lungs, you have to take care of your body, you have to stretch, you have to do many things to actually take ownership, to actually have freedom of your own body, of your movements. So consider this when you're looking at kind of shifting blame. And it is unfortunate, we live in a world where a lot of leadership kind of seems like to get in a leadership role, you have to be brilliant at shifting blame. And I do understand, I understand in one part, a lot of things fly at you. You're dealing with a lot when you're a leader, but it's just no way to be, to shift blame onto others. So, from high up leadership roles in our world to interactions with business owners, interactions with your neighbor, just look out for any moment that you feel that impulse to shift blame, because that's just not going to serve anyone. And actually, the whole interaction, goes a lot smoother if you just own what you can own. And there's a lot that you can own. And I was on a podcast this week speaking to a lady, and she asked me what was one of my favorite business books. And I shared one that's probably out of ordinary, but it's Jocko Willink, Extreme Ownership. And the reason is because in that book, it just dives deeper and deeper and deeper into layers of ownership that you can take over your own life. And actually, that's liberating. As Jocko says, discipline is freedom. The same goes for, taking ownership. If you want to feel like you have more power over your life, more control, more freedom to do what you want to do, then you need to take ownership over your own life. Because, we will go out and we'll fight powers, and yes, there's many things that we have to fight for freedoms, but a lot of the times we are we're disabling our own freedoms. We're putting shackles on our own lives. We are we're limiting ourselves by not taking ownership. I don't have time to exercise, or if this wasn't the way, or if that wasn't the way, or if God didn't put me here in this spot, or then I would have been fine and I could have done all these things. That's not going to last. That's not going to last in your heart, in your soul, in your mind. That thought is not going to last, and it's very, very unattractive on probably a heart and soul level to shift blame and shift ownership. It's a very unattractive quality. I've done it. I try to avoid it as much as I can. I try to take complete ownership. And when I see it in people that I care about, it bothers me, because I know that they're doing themselves a disservice. So wherever you can, take ownership of your own actions, take ownership over your own life, take ownership over how you're going to respond. That's probably a big one. I'm in an emotional turmoil because everything outside of me. No. Cut that off. Come inside. How am I going to respond inside? How am I going to take this information, have my character built up to a strong level, and deal with it and mold it so that I can adapt to the current events? So, that's one way to really think about it. And, when there's been something terrible going on online recently where people are bullying other people because they think some people can't be sad, or some people can't say things are shit in my neighborhood. You can, if you're not happy with something, express it, but you shouldn't be shouted down because in someone else's neighborhood something is worse. We're each going through this experience. We're each trying to find our way. We're each going through challenges that we were not really equipped with before these challenges came to us. So just share a little bit more compassion, take a little bit more ownership over your own life, and trust me, you'll have so much more power, so much more energy, so much more excitement. When you see people that blame, I mean, you can just see their emotional, their energy. It's just this flat, drudged energy of just blaming and negative, and it's like this cloud, hanging over them. Take back ownership of your own life. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that one. Share it around if anyone you might feel that this can really resonate with, or maybe it's a reminder. It's a reminder for me. I've got to make sure that I'm taking complete ownership. Share it around if anyone you might know. Also, when you blame, you go straight into that victimhood mode, and that victimhood mode is just so self-destructive, and it's a pit, an endless pit of misery. So pull yourself up out of that victim mode, rise above all the crap in the gutter, and take ownership over your own life. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that one. Share it around, and as always, remember, decide your destiny.